What's going on YouTube? Great Tornado here, and I'm here with my wind-up deck profile. Many of you guys have been asking for it, so let's just get right to the deck profile and start talking about the reasons why I'm running every certain card. So start off my first deck profile of this is 3 wind-up magicians. It just allows for a lot of special summoning. I like it at 3. You can run 2 if you want, but 3 just allows for that the summon that you want. Next would be 2 wind-up soldiers. One of the guys I had to cut down. I was running a 43 card wind-up build, but I noticed that I needed to cut down, and wind-up soldier had to be one of those guys that got cut. He's just there to be a beat stick, and that's what he really is, and that's it. Next would be 2 wind-up knights. Knights allows for the negating of attack, allowing another wind-up to still be on the field. Then 2 wind-up kittens. I'm looking for another ulti if you guys have another ulti. If you want to swap for an ultra and maybe trade or whatever. I'm just looking for another ulti. 2 wind-up kittens allows for the instant compulse of the build, bouncing back your opponent's monsters. So these are all the level 4s on top, and these starts changing it up a little bit. So yeah, 2 kittens to compose their opponent's monster, and 1 wind-up snail to bounce back set cards. It could be your set cards, it could be your opponent's. It just allows for a lot of great play, especially with wind-up magician on the field. You summon snail, bounce back a set card, special summon like a wind-up kitten. Wind-up kitten can now bounce back one of your opponent's monsters, and then you can exceed for Gachi, or you could bounce 2 monsters by summoning the kitten, then activating his effect to bounce back. One of your opponent's monsters, magician's effect activates, and then special summoning the other kitten, bouncing back a second one. So yeah, there's a lot of great plays that this opens up. I just like it how I have it 2 in 1. Next will be 1 wind-up hunter. I might go up to 2 if I have room, if I can. Wind-up hunter allows for a lot of the dead monsters that I have on the field. The wind-ups to send them to the graveyard, to send 1 card my opponent controls to the graveyard. He's really good. He's busted with the rat and the wind-ups and mighty soon to come out. Next will be 3 wind-up rabbits. Is the most broken card for wind-ups by far. So as of right now, it's good to have him. So you run 3 of this guy because he allows for field presence. And if you all you have is a wind-up rabbit and a factory, it's really good still, because you can summon your rabbit, activates effect, use factory's effect to look for your magician from your deck to your hand, and then when next turn come by, rabbit comes back onto the field. Magician, you can summon your magician, activating rabbit's effect, and then do all your pluses there. And if you guys don't know already, his effect when it's banishing a wind-up monster and it comes back during the next standby phase, it returns to the field. It's not counted as a special summons, just to let a lot of you guys know that. So that is the wind-up lineup right there. And then I'm running a couple non-wind-ups. I'm running 2 TG strikers because it allows for, with the other level 2s here, the kittens and the snails, it allows for Gachi. It's also my only tuner in the build, so it allows me to sync a little bit. First turn, Gachi, striker and kitten. So yeah, there's a lot of great pluses you can do with it. Like I said, striker, you summon your kitten, bounce back your opponent's monster, then Gachi it, which is not bad, because then you have a wall and they don't. He allows for syncing ability with TG Striker and Wind-Up Rabbit. Allows for going to instant Beast, Neteria Beast. Striker and Soldier goes into Neteria Barkion. And then if you pump up Soldiers to level 5, he becomes an instant Landoise. Or any level 6 or 7 you want to run into. And then he's also searchable with Rhoda, so you have 6 targets with Rhoda. You have 2 TG Strikers, 2 Wind-Up Knights, and then 2 Soldiers. So he has his own searchability. And then obviously with the Tech Genius Werewolves I'm running in the build, he's also searchable with that. I run 2 TG Werewolves because it allows for instant exceed rank 3. So that's basically it. That's my lineup. I'm running 18 monsters, so it's not bad. put that right over here. Next, start off with the spells. This you can, obviously give or take a couple cards. This is how it should be. It's going to be 3 wind-up factories. Basically, your Black Whirlwind, searching for your wind-ups to your hands. 1 Rhoda. Rhoda just allows for a lot of looking and deck getting for certain cards. So yeah. Next would be I'm running 4 pots, 3 dualities, and 1 avarice. There it is. Avarice is a good in the build because you special summon a lot and you sing sometimes. So it's good because you're going to get the +2 for no reason. Power duality is also good because it allows you to deck in at the same time looking for a lot of your limit cards that you only really have maybe 1 or 2 of. It's really good for that. And also with Rabbit, like I said, when he comes back from his banish, whatever wind-up comes back from Rabbit's effect that was banished, it doesn't come back unless it's special summons, so you can actually still use Power Duality, which is really awesome. There's a lot of ways you could bend the rules a little bit, like for instance, if you have Rabbit and Rabbit comes back from its banished zone, I guess you could say, and then you can summon your Magician, leave it there, end your turn. Next turn you can start doing all your special summoning on your opponent's turn, which is pretty broken. So you can just use wind-up Rabbit's effect to target Magician. Magician's effect goes off. Special summoning a wind-up monster from your deck. There's a lot of things you can do just to bend the rules a little bit with Power Duality. So yeah. And then I'm running kind of more staples of the build. Let me just put this aside. I'm running Book of Moon, kind of resets your monsters. And there's also, you can use it defensively too. Mind Control, because you have easy access to level 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. So you can easily just exceed one of them with one of your opponent's monster. I'm running double MST in the build for back row hate. Same thing with Heavy Storm. Dark Hole, obviously, and Monster Reborn. All these cards you must run anyway in a build. So that is 15 spells. Next would be the traps. I'm running 8 traps, which I might cut it down to 7. I'm running 1 Overwind. This is the card I might cut for maybe another hunter, or just cut it in general. This is only used most of the time for wind-up soldier, just to pump him up to 44 and attack. Besides that, a lot of the monsters, I usually just use Rabbit's effect to banish it and for it to come back so that it resets. But it's still a really good card because you can use it doing the damage calculation, and your opponent goes attack, you go damage calculation, activate Overwind, and let them burn for a little more. So yeah, Overwind is okay. 1 Compulse, another reason it's good in the build. I mean, you can bounce back your own monsters to reuse them. At the same time, you can bounce back your opponent's monsters. So that's the reason why I'm actually putting this instead of Overwind, because Compulse, you can work, either or. And then I want Torrential. You must have is Massive Destruction. Mirror Force, just Massive Destruction when attacking. And then your Silent Brigade, your Double Warnings, and your Judgment, just for overall negating. And then the last trap is Trap Dust You. Like I said, there's 9 traps. So, I mean, let me see. Nope, 8 traps. So, like I said, I might cut Overwind in the build. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it or not. But it's still a good card. Almost every card that's in here has its purpose in it. I mean, there's a lot of cards I want to add into the build, but don't have enough room. So, you just got to work with it a little bit. Tell me what you guys think about the main deck. What would you guys change a little bit? How are you running your guys' wind-ups? Or if you're just planning to make a wind-up and this is the deck that you saw because you're just planning to make one, let me know what do you think about it. Like, is it good for you? You think you might run a deck just like this? Or you want to change it up? Next would be the extra deck. Where is it? Okay. Extra deck. I'm running 1 Gachi Gachi. Like I said, you go into level 2s a lot. You might as well, run Gachi Gachi. 1 Lavar, the Sea Dragon. because you always go into rank 3s, and sometimes with Rabbit's effect, you might have a whole field full already. So allowing you to go into like a rank 3 and then detaching, getting back a Rabbit or whatever you banish with Rabbit's effect back onto the field. One wind-up Zemains, just overall good. It's a wind-up, obviously, plus it's like a gachi with its own little twist, I guess you could say. And he's just good because he's 1500 attack. He just pokes a little bit. He pokes, and he can't be destroyed by card effects, and your opponent's scared to activate anything because they're going to have to use like Mirror Force, something like that, and then he's obviously going to detach the Exceed to stay on the field. So they're scared about that. At the same time, you might be like, well, you can just activate Deep Prison. Well, they're scared because I have Wind Up Rabbit on the field. So I could easily just banish, Wind Up Zemains or something like that. So if I attack, they activate Deep Prison, I can activate Wind Up Rabbit's effect to get Wind Up Zemains out of there. So my opponent is really scared of Zemains just because it blows up stuff. One Wind Up Zemeister just allows for flip downs, helps you with, reactivate some of your wind-ups effect if you guys want that. I mean, I put him there just for attack. It is a wind-up. I could use his effect, right there and then with Wind-Up Factory, or I could use it on Wind-Up Magician. And one wind-up Tiras in the build. Tiras just allows for not instant popper, but it stays on the field. It's my personal attack. It stays on the field and it can't be destroyed by card effect, which is really good. And at the same time, it also blows up. I'm actually missing one more Exceed. I'm actually missing, obviously, Utopia. I don't know why he was in the back, but Utopia is also in the build. He just negates an attack, which is awesome. Allowing you to kind of go off and save your next turn to go into something else. I have at times gone Gachi, and then Utopia, and then hold it up a little bit, forget one of Zemains, and then it's like Zemains becomes super strong. So yeah, that's 6 Exceeds there, and now the rest of it will be Synchros. I'm running one Materia Beast, like I said, Tech Genius, Striker, and Wind Up Rabbit. One Catastor, one Wonder Magician, one Brio, one Barkion, one Landorus, one Black Rose, one Stardust. There we go. Okay, I had to move it over though. And one Trishula, the Ice Barrier. All these are kind of self-explanatory. You usually run Trish anyway. Stardust helps negate stuff and is really good. Black Rose is for kind of reset the game. The Notorious there is for the lockdown. Just because you can make them, I think it's really good to have them. Just in case. Brio's there, obviously, is a staple. This bouncing back. You can even bounce back your own opponent, your own monster. So with Wind Up Factory, if you already use the wind up that's on the field, and you want to reuse them again, you can easily just bounce back by discarding something you don't need anymore and bouncing back the monster. TG Wonder Magician, you go Striker and Werewolf, obviously. And Catastor just allows for a little stall against a lot of decks that don't have darks. Catastor is there for, and same thing with Interior Beast is, like I said, you could easily go into it with the other Interiors. So yeah, that is my extra deck from my wind-ups. Tell me what you guys think about the wind-ups. I know a lot of people have been waiting for a deck profile. Tell me what you guys really think. I only know by, either the thumbs up or the thumbs down. If it's a thumbs up, just thumbs it up and tell me what you guys like about it. If it's going to be a thumbs down, just tell me in the comments, oh, the reason I don't like it is because of this. But don't have to hit the thumbs down if you don't want to. Just, let me know what you guys think. It's an open, chat. I'm not going to troll you or anything like that. I'm just going to ask for your opinion. That's it. This is the build I will be playtesting a little bit. I have maybe another wind-up build in the process in my mind. I'm not sure how it will work out, but I'm thinking of maybe doing a little chaos build before the new wind-up support comes out. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about this. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out.